I now return with the Book of Knowledge. Well, the Book of Knowledge about a very specific subject, which is of course the greatest fictional medium ever created by mankind. Do I idolise this franchise too much? I feel like I do sometimes. I mean, if you're going to idolise any franchise, this is a pretty good one to idolise if you ask me, but anyway, let's get into it. So yeah, part 2 of the Doctor Who quiz book series. Got some good feedback on the last episode, a lot of people seem to quite like it, so I thought let's do a part 2, and I guess we're just going to go through this whole book now. Last time we had to name all of the actors who played the Doctor up until Peter Capaldi, plus some extras, and I think pretty much all of the companion actors as well we had to list, and I only got 2 questions wrong out of all of those. And we also had questions about which Doctor regenerated in which story as well, and I got all those right, so you know. But yeah, that was pretty much sort of the easiest of the questions, as obviously as we go through they're going to start getting harder. So next up we have a section called Hello Goodbye. There's this is a 2-part section. So this is which companion or companions' main tenures spanned, and then there's a list of stories. Okay, so this gives us 2 different story titles, 2 episode titles, and the question is which companions were in the show from this story to this story, basically. So the first one, An Unearthly Child to the Dalek Invasion of Earth, well that's obviously Susan Foreman. Smith and Jones to the Last of the Time Lords, that was Martha Jones. The Keeper of Charpenter Terminus, that's easy, that's Nyssa. Terror of the Autons to the Green Death, that's Joe Grant. The Highlanders to the War Games, Jamie McCrimmon. Planet of Fire to Mind Warp, that was Perry. Robot to Terror of the Zygons, that was Harry Sullivan, although he did have another guest appearance a couple of stories later in the Android Invasion, but I guess this is just the main tenure. Mordrin Undead to Planet of Fire, that was Turlo. The Rebus Operation to the Armageddon Factor, that was Romana, number 1. Logopolis to Resurrection of the Daleks, that was Tegan Javanka. The War Machines to the Faceless Ones, that was Ben and Polly. The Invisible Enemy to the Invasion of Time, that was good old Savage Leela. The Chase to the Savages, Stephen Taylor, that's the one. It's a bit tricky when you go back that far because there's a lot of missing stories, so it can be kind of tricky to recall events from stories that you've not actually seen due to them being junked. The Myth Makers to the Daleks' Master Plan, that was Katerina, one of the shortest lived companions of all time. The King's Demons to Planet of Fire, I'm guessing that's going to be Chameleon, the shape-shifting android. Hello Goodbye Part 2, so this is the same as before, just with different lists. Next up we have Rose to Doomsday. Well, that's kind of obvious, the answer's right here in the question, it's Rose. Full Circle to Earthshock, that was Adric. Partners in Crime to Journey's End, that was good old Donna. Dragonfire to Survival was Ace. An Unearthly Child to the Chase, that was both Ian and Barbara together. The Time Warrior to the Hand of Fear was Sarah Jane. Spearhead from Space to Inferno was Liz Shaw. The Face of Evil to the Invasion of... Wait, I just realised I got one wrong. Okay, going back a bit, question 12, the Invisible Enemy to the Invasion of Time, that's actually K9, I got that one, I got mixed up there with this one, who is the Face of Evil to the Invasion of Time, which was Leela. I got that one mixed up, I'm sorry. I'm still going to count number 12 as wrong though. I will not cheat and say that I got it correct by correcting myself after the fact. I will admit I got that one wrong. That's only because I had a brain fart and I wasn't thinking straight. Destiny of the Daleks to Warrior's Gate, that was Romana 2. The Rescue to the Mythmakers was Vicky. Terror of the Vervoids to Dragonfire, that was Mel. Dalek to the Long Game was Adam Mitchell. The Daleks Master Plan Only, that was Sarah Kingdom. The Massacre to the War Machines, that was Dodo. And finally, The Wheel in Space to the War Games, that was Zoe Heriot. Okay, so we'll go through and check the answers for that one, but I think I know what the outcome is regardless. So yeah, part 1, Susan, Martha, Nyssa, Joe, Jamie, Perry, Harry, Turlough, Romana 1, Tegan, Ben and Polly, I got all of them correct. However, K9 Mark 1 I got wrong because I confused him with Leela. I think what I did was, because Leela and K9 Mark 1, they both leave in the Invasion of Time, I saw the Invasion of Time as a second story listed, and I got confused and thought it was Leela, so I said Leela in that and got it wrong. I did know the answer, I just didn't think it through properly, but yeah, I'm still going to count that as me getting it wrong, because I'm not petty about these things, unless I am. And then after that, Stephen, Katerina and Chameleon, so I got all of them correct, and then I'm just put my hand here to cover up the answers to the next section, because they're on this page as well. And then Hello Goodbye Part 2, we have Rose, Adric, Donna, Ace, Ian and Barbara, Sarah Jane, Liz, Leela, Romana 2, Vicky, Mel, Adam, Sarah Kingdom, Dodo and Zoe, which I got all of those correct. Okay, so far so good. In this part 2 we have only got one question wrong so far, so that's a good start. Okay, personal possessions parts 1 and 2 next. So, this is going to be asking me which characters had which items, basically. Okay, starting off with the doctors. Which doctor is most associated with, number 1, a very long scarf, the 4th Doctor, a stick of celery, the 5th Doctor, a question mark jumper, the 7th Doctor, a cap badge, the 6th Doctor, and a fez, the 11th Doctor. A leather jacket, that's the 9th Doctor. Jelly babies, well, I guess I mean multiple Doctors are associated with jelly babies, but I guess that would be the 4th Doctor again? I'm going to say the 4th Doctor again for that one. A bow tie, the 11th Doctor again. Okay, so they are repeating them, okay. A velvet smoking jacket, the 3rd Doctor. A question mark umbrella, the 7th Doctor again. A 500-year diary. I don't know that one. I'm thinking either 2 or 7. Okay, for the 500-year diary, I'm going to say the 2nd Doctor, but I could be wrong. A blue stone ring, that was the 1st Doctor. Half moon glasses, that was the 5th Doctor, wasn't it? He had those little half moon spectacles sometimes. Perfectly fitting shoes, that's the 8th Doctor. And a trench coat. Has the Doctor ever worn a trench coat? The only Doctor that I can think of from 1 to 11 that's ever worn a trench coat would be the 11th Doctor in Series 6. He had that really ugly dark green trench coat for a few episodes. I wouldn't really associate him with that trench coat, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know, I can't think of any other Doctor that wore a trench coat though, so yeah, I'm going to say the 11th Doctor again for that one. Okay, personal possessions part 2. Which companion is most associated with? So we're on companions now. A badge for mathematical excellence, that was Adric. A leaf. Yeah, that's Clara in Series 7, she had that leaf thing. A kilt, I mean obviously that's got to be Jamie. Nitro 9, Ace. A police uniform, that'd be Amy when she was the kissogram. Janist Thorns, that was Leela. Roman armour, that was Rory during Series 5 finale. A vortex manipulator, that'd be Jack Harkness, wouldn't it? A silver cat suit, that was Zoe. Memory wafers, that's what K9 had, so that'd be K9. A swagger stick, a brigadier. A ball gown. Oh, Victoria, what? A ball gown. I'm going to say that was Victoria Waterfield. A tiara, that was Nissa. A toy owl. Oh yeah, Sarah Jane had a toy owl, didn't she, when she left at the end of Hand of Fear. And a toy panda, that was Stephen. What was the deal with Stephen and his toy panda anyway? I never understood why he had that. Okay, and we're now going to go and check the answers for that section. I'm pretty sure I got most of those ones right, but we better just check to be sure. The 4th Doctor, the 5th Doctor, the 7th Doctor, the 6th Doctor, 11th Doctor, 9th Doctor, 4th Doctor, 11th, 3rd, 7, 2nd, 1st, 5th, 8th, 10th. Okay, I think I got all of those. I think I got all of those correct. Number 11, 500-year diary. I got that one right, it was the 2nd Doctor. And then with the companions, Adric, Clara, Jamie, Ace, Amy, Leela, Rory, Captain Jack, Zoe, K9, Brigadier, Grace. I said Victoria for the ball gown, but it was Grace. Ah, I can see it now. I can see it now where I went wrong there, don't worry. I think the ball gown belonging to Grace is the only one that I got wrong in that section. So, okay, I think we're going to leave it there and pick up in part 3 with Name That Story, parts 1 and 2. So, well, that was part 2 of the Doctor Who quiz series, I guess you'd say. Really got a good title for this series so far, so we'll probably just stick with Taking a Doctor Who Quiz Book, parts 1 to 372, which is probably how long it's going to take at this rate. Well, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time for Name That Title, or whatever the hell that last section was called. Yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.